Let's reset expectations. If you're shopping around $400,000 in Conroe right now, you probably have a picture in your head of what that should buy you. Today, I'm walking through a real example and I'm going to break down what you're actually getting at this price point in 2026, the patterns, the trade-offs, and what surprises buyers the most.
If this is your first time here, I'm Allie, the real estate doc. I work locally right here in Conroe in North Houston, and I spend every day helping buyers understand how far their money really goes. If you're researching homes in this price range, make sure you're subscribed because I regularly break down neighborhoods, price points, and what buyers should realistically expect in the Conroe market. Let's take a look. When buyers first approach the $400,000 range in Conroe, something shifts. It's not entry level anymore, but it's not necessarily luxury either. It's that middle ground, and that's where expectations can get misaligned. At this price point, you're usually buying into one of three categories: a newer home in a master plan community, an older home with more land, or a semi-custom build in a smaller neighborhood. And each comes with a different version of value. If this home is newer construction, what you're paying for is a modern layout, energy efficiency, and community amenities, but that often means tighter lot lines and less privacy. If it's an older property, your money may be going toward land size, mature trees, and established surroundings, but you're probably going to be dealing with older systems or dated finishes. This is where buyers often feel tension. They want both space and newness. And at $400,000 in Conroe, that combination isn't always standard. Another factor that shapes what $400,000 buys you here is build era. In many parts of Conroe, this price point lands you in homes built somewhere between the early 2000s and mid 2010s. That's a generation of housing where square footage increased, but floor plans hadn't fully shifted to the modern open layouts we see today. So buyers sometimes walk into these homes expecting something newer and instead find a layout that reflects a slightly different era of design. Now let's talk about scale. Most homes in this price band fall somewhere between roughly 2,200 and 2,800 square feet, but the experience of that space varies wildly. High ceilings can make a modest footprint feel expansive. Narrow hallways and segmented rooms can make a larger home feel tight. Window placement changes everything. Natural light affects how expensive a home feels, regardless of actual price. That's why two houses with the same square footage can feel like completely different value propositions. Now look at the lot. In many newer developments, $400,000 buys consistency. Clean streets, sidewalks, amenities, but often a backyard that's functional, not necessarily expansive. In those more established neighborhoods, you may get more breathing room, but fewer shared amenities. So what are you really buying? Lifestyle structure. Community-driven living versus physical space. Neither is better, they're just different. Location also starts to influence the equation at this price point. Homes closer to major corridors like I-45 or near established parts of Conroe often trade on convenience and accessibility. Meanwhile, newer developments slightly farther out may offer newer construction for the same price, but with a longer commute or fewer surrounding amenities today. So buyers are often balancing proximity versus newness without even realizing it. Now let's talk about finishes because buyers definitely fixate on them. At this level in 2026, open concept is standard. Stone countertops are standard, hard surface flooring is common. But those are not premium finishes anymore. They're actually just baseline. So when evaluating value at $400,000, finishes are not what separate homes. Condition and layout do. A home that's been well maintained will feel different than one that was cosmetically updated but neglected mechanically. A floor plan that places bedrooms thoughtfully will feel different than one that wastes space in hallways. And buyers don't always see that immediately. They feel it. Now here's something else buyers underestimate at this price point: competition. The $400,000 range in Conroe attracts move-up buyers, relocation buyers, and buyers who want newer homes without stretching much higher. That creates a price band where homes that are priced correctly move. Homes that are slightly off will sit. So value here isn't just about what you get, it's about how the market reacts to it. Now let's zoom out. At $400,000, your monthly obligation is influenced heavily by taxes and insurance in Montgomery County. So when buyers compare $375,000 to $425,000, the jump can feel bigger than expected. Understanding that upfront keeps expectations grounded. Now, looking at this particular house, the questions I'd be asking aren't about the paint color. I'd be wondering, is this home positioned well within its neighborhood? Is the lot average or above average? Are there obvious maintenance deferrals? Does the layout feel dated or timeless? If I needed to resell in 5 years, how broad would the appeal be? Because that's what determines whether $400,000 feels like smart money or stretched money. At this level in Conroe, you're rarely buying perfection, you're choosing what matters more to you. Newer build or larger lot, amenities or privacy, square footage or layout quality. Once buyers understand that, they stop feeling confused in this market and they start making decisions with clarity. So if you're shopping around $400,000 in Conroe, the goal isn't finding a perfect house. It's understanding the trade-offs behind the price. Once buyers recognize the patterns at this level of the market, the search becomes much clearer and much less frustrating.
If you're looking around this price point in Conroe, don't just tour houses. Understand the patterns first. That's how you avoid regret. If you want help breaking down what your budget really buys here, reach out.